I'm Diane Straus-Tucker, president and publisher of the American Prospect, and we are proud to be co-sponsoring today with Campaign for America's Future. The question before this panel is the conservative era over? And I'm going to introduce each panelist. Robert Borisage is president of the Institute for America's Future and co-director of its sister organization, the Campaign for America's Future. He's the author of The Next Agenda, Blueprint for a New Progressive Movement. Bob's commentaries have appeared in the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the American Prospect, and he appears frequently on radio and TV. A graduate of Yale Law School with a graduate degree in international affairs, Bob left the practice of law to found the Center for National Security Studies in 1974, and in 1989 he founded and directed the Campaign for New Priorities, calling for post-Cold War reinvestment in America. He has served as senior issues advisor for the Reverend Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign, as well as to Senators Carol Moseley Braun, Barbara Boxer, and Paul Wellstone. His question is, can conservatives evade responsibility? Stan Greenberg is chairman and CEO of Greenberg, Quinlan, Rosner, one of the world's leading public opinion research and strategic consulting firms. Greenberg founded the company in 1980 after a decade of teaching at Yale. Stan has served as pollster to President Bill Clinton, Vice President Al Gore, British Prime Minister Tony Blair, South African Presidents Nelson Mandela and Thabo Mbeki, Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, German Chancellor Gerhard Schroeder, Bolivian President Gonzalo Sanchez de Lozada, and Austrian Chancellor Alfred Gusenbauer. Together with public opinion strategies, Stan conducts bipartisan surveys for NPR. He co-founded Democracy Corps, which provides opinion research and strategic advice to progressive organizations. He has been called, quote, the father of modern polling techniques, and Republican pollster Frank Luntz says, quote, he doesn't just have a finger on the people's pulse, he's got an IV injected into it. Stan will discuss American attitudes toward conservatism. Tom Frank, on my left, is the editor of Baffler magazine and the author of 3 books, What's the Matter with Kansas, One Market Under God, and The Conquest of Cool. He moved to Washington a few years ago and is working on a book about conservative governance to be published in 2008. He'll tell us what's the matter with conservatism, what are its contradictions. Each speaker has 10 minutes. Bob.